What's up everybody, welcome to Fitness Connect India. Today we have a very special guest with us, Dr.Parveen Bhatia, a laparoscopic surgeon and a bariatric surgeon at Sir Gangaram Hospital and Bhatia Global Hospital. Welcome doctor.
Thank you very much.
So for the first question everyone has is how to lose weight. यार ये weight कम कैसे करें?
Shall I tell you the journey? We strongly believe that one has to think of maintaining the weight right from childhood. Once you start gaining flab or weight or fat, then it becomes challenging to take it off. So first thing is prevent obesity. And for prevention of obesity, we would advocate that maintain a balance of energy intake and energy output. Means carry on doing exercises and maintain a decorum, maintain a set point in which you are not going to overeat many times. Then think about intake of protein diet as much as possible, less of carbohydrates, least of fat. And if you are thinking of changing the lifestyle, that never ever use the lift, try to use the stairs so that you are active throughout. Carry on counting your steps every day, then you are able to attain a weight loss and maintain it. And then if you have gained weight, then definitely there are many options. One is diet, as I mentioned. Another is exercise. Another is some kind of medications have been tried in last few years, but believe me, there is no medication, whether it is Orlistat or other tablets, which can lead on to weight loss maintenance. It can lead on to some weight loss in the initial phase, but most of the times, most of the patients which we see day in and day out, they come back and then tell us that it has taken a yo-yo phenomenon, and now the initial weight, whatsoever it was, I started reducing because of fasting or exercise, but now I have gained more weight. And the last option which we always tell our patients is that if you have developed comorbidities like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and so many other challenges which can accompany the obesity, if you are developing that or if you have a tendency to develop that, then last option is surgery.
Thank you for a wonderful explanation for that. Talking about medications, like many gym trainers promote the use of steroids thinking that they are good, they are excellent for the short term and the long run. But as we all know, as we have talked about in Fitness Connect India, that the use of steroids is not that good. What is your view on that?
My strong conviction is that steroids should never ever be taken. I know a lot of youth like you, they come to me and they tell me, and they come with parents also, that he or she is interested in taking that kind of protein powder, but thought is that you may have a feeling of well-being when you are on steroids, when you are taking steroids for even some other disease, you have a sense of well-being, and that ultimately gives you a kick, and then that continues. But would you be surprised that it has got so many side effects? It would ultimately empty out your bones. It will have so many effects on your eyes, kidneys, every place. And it can cause so much of damage in the body in a long run that one should never ever succumb to taking steroids. I would say no to crackers, say no to steroids.
Thanks for that. So many people take steroids because they think that there are no protein sources if they are a vegetarian, if they are non-vegetarians also. So what are the protein sources which a vegetarian has so that they don't go to the steroids part?
Wonderful question. I would put it this way, that yes, there is some limitation of protein intake in vegetarians, but there are, for example, I would advocate one can take lot of paneer or cheese or tofu or soya bean, and then one should take those protein powders which are not having the steroids. If you are take lot of milk and milk products, so that ultimately, if you are vegetarian, then you can take egg white minus the yolk. That also is a good source of protein, and that helps. Can take sprouts every day, so that you are having a good protein day. All of us know, and as you know, that in a bariatric surgery department, we always advocate that 1 gram of protein is needed per kg body weight of the person. If for a young person, if you are 60 kg, that means you need 60 grams of protein, and 60 gram proteins in a vegetarian diet is not present. So if you are working in that direction, have the good calculation. Now everything is available on the touch of your smartphone, so you can find out that this diet, this paneer, 100 grams paneer, or some kind of dal or lentils or tofu, or these things, they always give you protein, and calculate that and reach up to the recommended dose of protein.
Talking about numbers, we say that if say I am 5'10", what should my exact weight be?
Wonderful question. I would put it this way, that if you can convert the 5 foot 10 inches into centimeters. For example, if your height is 180 centimeters, just for a simple formula for both males as well as females, just subtract 100 out of it. That means if you are 180 centimeter minus 100 is equal to 80. So 80 kg is your ideal body weight. And there is some variation of plus minus 2 standard deviations that you can rely on. But if you are going beyond, then start the overweight, obesity, morbid obesity, super morbid obesity.
Thank you. And now we've talked about diet, let's talk about the exercises. Like many people start an exercise, go to the gym for 5-6 days and then quit. How shall we maintain that motivation?
Absolutely right. First thing is attaining the motivation, and second is maintaining that motivation. Our thought is that it takes approximately 3 weeks for the body to adjust. If you are ready to have that kind of gymming, cycling, swimming, or any of that exercise at least for 3 weeks, then you would find now the body pains have also come down. You are also feeling energetic throughout the day. And once you are able to cross that barrier of 21 days or 3 weeks, then you will be able to attain that. I know of so many such examples who start but who give up. And they give up, and then they have I call this as excusitis. They suffer from excusitis. So no sir, because of the smog, because of the fog, because of so many reasons, that now I am not going to gym. Why? If your aim or our aim should be that our body should become physically dependent on exercise. I strongly feel, I go for morning walk every day at 5:30 am for 45 minutes in spite of my busy schedule in Sir Gangaram Hospital and Bhatia Global Hospital. We start operating at 8 am, but still I don't suffer from that excuse or excusitis. So we carry on doing the exercises and maintain it for a long time, never ever give up, and then carry on changing the mode of exercises also. Don't depend only on walking. If you are walking throughout and you are walking for a long time, your body also gets adjusted to those kind of isometric exercises. So try to change it to cycling, to gymming, to swimming, or some other exercises, so that you are able to lose that fat which is there, and then you are able to develop that muscle which has to be strong for reduction of the weight.
Is it advisable to exercise in the morning, in the evening, at night, or is any time perfect for exercising?
Any time is a good time. I always say that most of the people who are who are victims, I am using a strong word for that, who are victims, they will always give an excuse. No sir, morning time I have to get up and then send my children or get up for the college or school and whatnot, and I don't get the time. I say that any time is the best time for the exercise, but make sure that it is consistent, it is regular, maybe 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and that's it. Rather than having a 5-day exercise and 2-day break and then 2-day, so no, one has to, वो कहते हैं, मैं हिंदी में हमेशा बोलता हूँ, सर जाए पर सैर ना जाए. अगर सर चला भी गया पर सैर चलती रहेगी तो जिंदगी जान है तो जहान है. जिंदगी अच्छी तभी बीतेगी अगर मान लो आपके अंदर वो एनर्जी लेवल है. अगर आपकी एक्सरसाइज रोज हो रही है तो एंडोर्फिन्स जो रिलीज होते हैं, जो बाकी हार्मोन्स जो रिलीज होते हैं, उसकी वजह से आपकी प्रोडक्टिविटी इंक्रीज हो जाती है. वेट लॉस, वेस्ट लॉस तो होता ही होता है.
करेक्ट, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. टॉकिंग अबाउट मेटाबॉलिज्म टू सम एक्सटेंट, हम देखते हैं कि यार इंडियंस में पूरे के पूरे जो सारा फैट होता है, इट इज फ्रॉम द टमी एरिया ओनली. सो इज इट बिकॉज ऑफ द मेटाबॉलिज्म एंड कैन वी चेंज दैट इन इंडिया?
Very nice question. I put it this way, that this is called as wheat belly. Most of us have seen that whether they are males or females, whether they are middle-aged or they are having a wheat belly. Wheat belly means the belly is protruding out. Maybe the arms, the legs and face is thinned out, but belly is protruding out, and one is not able to see his or her private organs by standing erect. So that is the definition, vernacular definition of obesity also. So thinking is that if you are taking lot of wheat related products, then the belly will come out. So go ahead, reduce that fat, do the exercises so that the wheat does not deposit onto the abdominal wall.
Thanks a lot for your wonderful answer. Another question being is green tea helpful? As simple as that.
I would put this way, that there are many myths and many fads associated with obesity. All of us, whether even if they are film actors or they are doctors or they are cricketers or players, any and everyone is concerned about the obesity. Obesity, and it is increasing in India also. It has become a pandemic, and we are going to be the diabetic capital of the world in 2020. So thinking is that if green tea or some products, if they are good, they would not have caused the obesity. Our thinking is that most important is mindset. If your mindset is that I am not going to take unnecessary sugar, sugar is the ultimate killer. So if you are not taking sugar, if you are not taking lot of milk in the tea, and if you are maintaining the cup, maybe 1 or 2 cups of tea per day, whether it is green tea or black tea, does not matter. Thinking is that try to be religious, try to be disciplined in your own way so that you are able to attain and then maintain the weight.
Talking about sugar here, is replacing sugar with good, jaggery or sugar free any helpful or not?
Again, I would say that there are lot of myths associated with this. Some people take lot of sugar free and they don't take sugar. Some people go to 5-star hotel and they ask for mineral water, but they take golgappas and tikkis and whatnot. So thinking is that you should be disciplined throughout. If you are making sure that you are not taking glucose, fructose, sucrose, then only your body metabolism will be different. But if you carry on taking anything which is taken in moderation is excellent. Anything which is in excess, whether it is sucrose or whether it is sugar free or whether it is jaggery or whether anything, if it is taken in excess, that is immoral, that is fattening, and that can lead on to lot of challenges.
Just a last couple of questions, doctor. Like females are fine if they weight train?
Yes. Again, initially, when our, I would say, sisters and mothers, so they never used to gain weight. Why? Because they were working so much. They were obviously working on the floor also when they were cleaning the floors. They were jumping up, sitting down, and doing all kind of household chores, and that is why they were not developing the fat. But now, because of computerization, because of long sitting, and because of lack of exercises and overeating and junk food and so on and so forth, any male or female, they are gaining weight. But the crux is that for females also we recommend that yes, they should do the weight training. They should go to the gym. They should do maybe weight training of the biceps or the triceps or even the abs, or so that ultimately they maintain a good figure and the muscle mass is excellent, protein intake is good, and the fat is not there on their skinny body.
And at what stage does an obese man or woman go for surgery?
If one fails with all these attempts, and if they carry on having increase in weight, then we call this as BMI, body mass index. In the body mass index, if it is 25, it is a normal body, kg by meter square. So in this, if you have a BMI of 25, then you are normal. If it goes to 30, then it is overweight. And if it is going beyond 32.5, if you are having other comorbidities also like diabetes, hypertension, sleep apnea, and so on and so forth, or if your weight BMI is more than 35, you will never be able to reduce your weight. And that is what we advocate as weight loss surgeons, as bariatric surgeons. That becomes an indication for going under the knife. And definitely, once we do the surgery, then you are able to reduce the weight of 5 to 7 kg in the first week, 4 to 5 kg in the next week, 2 to 3 kg in third week, and so on and so forth. And that keeps you motivated. Most important is to continue that motivation. If you are able to continue that motivation, then your results are excellent and you are nearing your ideal body weight, which I told you a few minutes back, that whatsoever is your height, minus 100 is your ideal body weight.
Let's end with the last question here. Is it the diet which makes an impact, the exercise, or a mix of both?
I used to think when I was young, I would put it this way, that exercise only plays a role. You may take anything and everything, but no. Now the science of this has developed so much. Now all of us know that 70% is the diet and rest 30% is the exercise. So if you are able to conquer that setup point, conquer your resistance, or if you are able to have restraint within yourself about the diet intake, both in volume, in the quantity as well as in the quality, then only you will be able to maintain a weight. If you lose that restraint, if you are not resisting the temptation, then you will carry on gaining weight. Even if you are exercising so much, you will not be able to shed down that weight. I put to younger girls, when you are going to marry, then you have to shed your weight. So if you shed your weight, then only one should go. Because if we are going in for marriage and then pregnancy, and if you have gained weight so much, the chances of infertility are very, very high. So shed before you wed, and then you will not have any consequences because of that.
Okay, thank you so much for your precious time, and thanks a lot. It was wonderful to have you on Fitness Connect India.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.